Yeah. All right. I do want to ask you guys a little bit about Michigan. They bounced back from the fight, obviously, on Sunday to win at home against Rutgers. They have a brutal end of season coming up. Phil Martelli stepped in and got himself a nice little win as the I guess interim, the replacement, however you want to phrase it, head coach for Juwan Howard while he serves his 5-game suspension. We got about 4 minutes left here. So, how hard is that for a coach to step in? An assistant and associate to step in and kind of run the program like that, and how valuable is it to have someone with the experience arch of a Phil Martelli who coached at St. Joe's for roughly 436 years?
I would just say this, that if you weren't going to coach as the head coach and Phil Martelli was going to step in many cases, he's probably better than you were anyway. I mean, that's how good of a coach Phil Martelli is. And I listened to him after they won the game, and he gave all the praise, obviously, to their staff. But I think when you think of Michigan, Juwan's a very dominant personality. I think Juwan does an amazing job with his own players. He has his own mark on that team and how they play. But I think that, Phil's the perfect guy to be able to just calm that storm real quick. And they played terrific in a big game versus Rutgers. Both teams need the game. They handled them. And but Phil Martelli, I mean, I respect him as much as anybody just because I watched him up close and personal. The fact that they fired him at St. Joe's was a travesty, and they should fire somebody at St. Joe's and bring him back if he wanted to come.
I coached against Phil Martelli 5 years as a head coach, and then a total of 8 years in the Atlantic 10. And when I was there, that was when he was in his prime. They had Jameer, and they had a team that actually went wire to wire, undefeated. I think they ended in the Elite 8 or Sweet 16 that year. But he's an amazing coach. He's a great person. He's also a very confident basketball person and coach. And I think his confidence will really resonate with the situation that he inherited. He's not only just obviously a head coach for decades and knows the game and can serve well there, but in that situation, everybody needs a boost of confidence. You can lose it when multiple players aren't playing and, their head coach isn't available, and, the media and some of the stories that are written about you aren't good. It's nice to be able to have somebody who can inject not only the X's and O's in the preparation part, but that belief. And when you listen to Phil Martelli talk, it always was striking to me when he coached at St. Joe's, how sure of himself he was, and his teams fed off of that. And I think you'll see that Michigan will finish strong.
Very strong.
All right. Arch, they need to finish strong because this is their remaining schedule. They have Illinois at home. They have Michigan State at home. They have Iowa at home. They have Ohio State on the road. They are currently 15-11. They're 31st in KenPom. They are 33rd in the net. They are 4-1. 4-7 against quad one opponents. Their best win is that home win over Purdue. They also won at Iowa, and they have 2 quadrant 2 wins with the one bad home loss to Minnesota. You got about a minute, Arch. Tell me why Michigan is going to make the tournament.
Michigan's going to make the tournament, I think, because they're playing the best that they've played all season. They've kind of put it together a little bit offensively. Caleb Houston was really good. I think Hunter Dickinson is as good as you get in terms of a low post presence. He knows how to play. But the fact of the matter is that 3 more games after this Rutgers game are going to be at home. They're going to be on a confident stretch in Chrysler. And I feel like with Illinois being a huge game, there's always a lot of hype around that game. There's a little rivalry there with Kofi and Hunter. They'll get a couple of their players back now off of the suspension. Michigan State is reeling a little bit in Chrysler. They've already played them once. And then they have Iowa, coming in who's very good. I feel like Michigan is not only going to finish strong, but they're going to win at least 2 of the next 4 to 3 of the next 4, and they're going to get to the tournament.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be what happens as well. But listen, this has been the Field of 68 After Dark. We were on Sirius XM. We are heading over to the YouTube after. So for Sean Miller, for Archie Miller, for our producer Kono, my name is Rob Dosser. Thanks for being here.